signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So 26 sacred space was kept out from the fire sign. You might have fire placements, so do check that. But this is about positive outcome. It's about clarity. There's a bit of luckiness with this as well, and removing obstacles. 2 and 6 is an 8. There's transformation here. So let's see what comes out for you. We had the 7 of Swords that wanted to pop out, didn't quite make it. So there might be some disagreements or rifts here. There's a breakthrough coming for you. 5 of Wands. The 8 of Cups, definitely walking away from something. What is that? The Wheel of Fortune. A cycle is closing out for you and a new cycle is opening. The Queen of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Using your discernment in something, okay? You're walking away from something, closing a cycle on something. What is this, please, Spirit? I feel like you're in your power, even though the 8 of Cups is there. You're in your power. Some of you during this eclipse, Scorpio eclipse, might have had some messages come through for you. And I think that's given you a bit of power to move forward. Knight of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. Beautiful. Okay, so some of you might have heavy earth sign in your chart. I'm being told some of you might want to listen to the water sign if you haven't joined from that one, and you've not seen that. So you are feeling, you know, a sparkly, glowing, but grounded. You're not like all over the place. You're inspired. I feel like you are closing out a chapter and a new one, and you're inspired about this new chapter. Knight of Cups. You actually feel there's going to be some fulfillment for you, emotional as well as money, and that we can see that. You're using your discernment here, as well as, you know, really trusting where you're going. I feel like you're having visions and downloads where the sacred space card is saying that's where it's coming to you. I feel like the devil, attachment, and obsession or something. I'm also getting told for you, if you want to see the fire sign reading as well, that might be because there might be around the 8 of Cups and devil attachment, there might be someone who's actually, you know, maybe hurt you or caused you a bit of tension. But you're having visions and downloads of this new chapter, and it's really making you happy, making you feel inspired. You've got ideas, you're seeing long-term goals here, something speaking to your heart and your abundance. There's something you're letting go of, and new cycles come off. You've already let go of that, all right? Or you did at the moon phase, and you're just ending that. The devil is telling me there's some sort of attachment or obsession here. High Priestess, I told you you're getting downloads, all right? These downloads are coming in and out with the 8 of Wands. I feel like 9 of Wands, you've been very resilient on something and you're waiting for it to come in. But with the Devil card, there's something you're a bit defensive of. And there's something you're not seeing clearly. Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so I think there's something around work that you're not seeing clearly, and I think there's people around you that want to keep you or control you. I hope this is not to do with a relationship or sexual energy, because that's going to be control, it's going to be unhealthy. And by that I mean, like, I don't mean anything without your approval or anything like that. We're talking about someone who's quite dominating. If you're in a partnership, for example, I think you are probably, if you're working and you know your creative ideas are not about a new cycle, there's people around you that see you glowing and can see the long term of where you're heading. Some of you are heading for a promotion, whether it's salary and title wise, but you're heading in a direction, you're elevating to this new you, this new cycle. And what you can't see clearly is the people around you that are sometimes making you feel a bit wounded and in defense, yet you feel like you're in this new chapter of yours. Judgment is coming in here, and that's really saying that there's going to be a fair outcome. I think it's to do with wherever you're trying to get promoted, department, salary, there's going to be a fair outcome. There's the Knight of Wands as well. We've got the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. And this is about you being driven with your creative ideas that are speaking to you on multiple levels. I think people want you to remain with the Eight of Cups, want you to remain the same. I think they can see you glowing up, and there's a control element there where they don't want you to move beyond where you're going, but you've got very heavy downloads here and you're not seeing that clearly. You're in this really vibrant energy, but you're not seeing sort of the energy around you of the work, of the people around you. This could also be if you're studying, you know. It could also be around the legal system, all right? It could be if some of you have got a legal court case or a contract. Make sure you're looking at it in the fine lines, especially if you're looking to move away into a new cycle. This is an interim message. You know, people are going to try and keep you bounded in the place where you are because they want you to. You are actually seeing your full potential right now, air signs. You're seeing that you can actually do a lot more, you're worth a lot more, and people around you are not liking that. And what you're going to see is they're going to express their frustration. Tower, as I say that. The Tower means someone or something is coming in to release those that are doing this. There's a tension, there's going to be a Tower. Whether you face them and, you know, they'll express their frustration, and you might be getting confident and being, actually face them. People that are jealous, but you know you're irreplaceable. Yeah, someone's going to come in and actually is going to be on your side, aligned with you. This is going to be a divine feminine or masculine, or a couple of people that are actually going to be aligned to where you're heading and where you need to go, and they're going to stand by you. You are also moving into your unique self, all right? And you need to make sure you don't fall in this trap of anxiety, overthinking and oversleeping around that dynamic of those people. You need to face it and balance, you know. You're practicing your discernment here, and you're practicing balance, maybe leaving or going in the other direction with the Eight of Cups. But this Three of Cups is also the person or the couple of people coming in to really balance it out. Is it the new team that's saying, you know, it's enough? At the same time, you're really confident in your abilities. You're confident in your skill set. You're confident in who you are, what you bring to the table, your uniqueness, all right? And you're going to be saying that, you know, you're going to be saying, no, this is where I am now and this is where I'm heading. And you know that you're irreplaceable in some essence, you know. The relationship basically is off balance, but something's going to happen, the Tower moment, to bring it into balance, and people are going to step in. Whether that causes, you know, the frustration, but they don't want you to be in the spotlight or to be growing in this area, and you just got so much ahead of you that is great. You know, the Knight of Wands, Knight of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. The Queen of Swords, you're practicing your discernment. You need to make sure you move away from sleepless nights if this gets out of balance, because someone will come in and bring it into balance, and so will you, either deciding to walk away with the Eight of Cups and ignore it, face them, saying you are this and you're not going to be made to feel less than. You know, there's some envy here as well, and maybe they used to they're controlling and judging you, maybe because that's a mirror effect. You know, the Hermit is here, Virgo placement, Virgo is here, and on the bottom of the deck we've got the Seven of Wands, which talks about the competition. It could be that they've wanted to go for this job, for whatever it is, this competition that maybe is trying to keep you down because, you know, they don't like the way where you're heading. And if you used to control or judge these people, it could be that that mirror effect. It's interesting, the sacred space was to stay out, number 8. We've got the Hermit as well, which is both about taking that sacred space. So make sure you don't fall into overthinking. Make sure you keep into the balance where you know who you are. You're transforming yourself. There's a transformation here. And maybe there's a bit of an ego death with the Devil and the Tower card. There's definitely an ego death for some of you. And there's an awakening, High Priestess, the Moon card, the Wheel of Fortune. Very strong cards of transformation. And the Judgment, you know, some of you are having a spiritual awakening and a transformation. You're moving past this. You've completed a cycle and you're owning now yourself and the new self, the new cycle. The way you see yourself is very different. And that's what you are actually taking ownership in. And you're going to move away from, continue to not stay in sort of allowing anyone to keep you tied and in this cycle that you were in before. Hanged Man. World. You've completed something, you've accomplished something. And the Hangman is there also, like the Hermit, the sacred space is really take time out to balance yourself. As soon as you feel like you might be coming into the Eight of Swords or the Nine of Swords, that is where you're saying, I am not going to be in that way. The Hanged Man is also, I am not going to be controlled. And you're not going to allow anyone to control you in that way. Very interesting, air signs. So that's what I've got for you for your spiritual guidance and themes. Do check your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Check the top elemental placements. Like I said, we've got strong Virgo, Taurus. Water is very strong, so I do advise you watch those as well. I think I mentioned you might want to see water and fire as well, because as I started, I was getting called that you might want to. But anyway, if you enjoyed this and it resonates, come back and check in the week that it's prescribed for as well, and see if it does resonate even further. And take care of yourselves. Bye for now.